Welcome to the Foul Mouth News, where the filters are off and the language is colorful. If you are offended by profanity or vulgarity in general, not to mention political incorrectness, this video is not for you. You have been forewarned. So if you have virgin ears, be prepared because they are about to be violated.
Hello, everyone. So, yeah. Oh, this right here is some fucking poetic justice. World Boxing has announced that they are now doing genetic testing in regards to, having fighters prove their biological sex. And they specifically named the Algerian fucking troon that was beating the shit out of women at the Olympics. Like, they should have named it the fucking Imane Khelif fucking genetic fucking testing policy just to prove a fucking point. Because that's a fucking man. Alright, I am guessing now that the fucking dude is gonna end up quietly and quickly end his fucking career. Okay, because he is clearly not a she. I don't care what they say. You look at pictures and he's got a bigger fucking Adam's apple than I do. And mine ain't fucking that small, okay? I don't have like the fucking, like the vulture one. But yeah, mine ain't fucking small. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. So this is an article from the Associated Press that we're getting via NBC News. It doesn't say who wrote it at the, Associated Press. It was published on May 30th. And the title here, Olympic boxing champ Imane Khelif must undergo genetic sex screening to fight for new governing body. World Boxing announced mandatory sex testing for all athletes Friday. And the governing body specifically mentioned the Algerian Olympic champion. Oh, you mean they called out the fucking troon saying, yeah, we want to know, we want to fucking finally prove that he is a fucking he beating on fucking women? Oh, heaven fucking forbid. Oh, let's get into this here. Olympic boxing champion Imane Khelif must undergo genetic sex screening to participate in upcoming events with the sport's new governing body. World Boxing announced mandatory sex testing for all athletes Friday. The governing body specifically mentioned Khelif when announcing the policy, saying that Algerian gold medal winner must be screened before he, I'm sorry, not she, I'll fix that for you, will be approved to fight at any upcoming events, including the Eindhoven Box Cup next month in the Netherlands. Well, here's the thing. They're going to try, as you'll watch here as we get into this, they're going to try to play this fucking game like, oh, in the 90s, genetic testing was stopped. And they went by hormone levels. What they're trying to fucking ignore the fact of is one of the reasons why they were doing genetic testing well into the 90s and then stopped into the 90s was because in the 90s, communism fell and East Germany was no longer a thing and no longer was the USSR, and they were no longer sending fucking women that had so much testosterone fucking coursing through their fucking veins because of juicing, alright, that the genetics of them were in question. And they switched to a hormone thing because of how bad they were juicing. They were actually doing both. I mean, they're going to ignore that fact, though. They're going to play a little fucking game here because these fucking cunts don't want their tranny exposed. Their woman-beaten tranny. Anyway, the introduction of mandatory testing will be part of a new policy on sex, age, and weight to ensure the safety of all participants and deliver a competitive level playing field for men and women, World Boxing wrote in a statement. The Fighters National Federation will be responsible for administering the tests and providing the results to World Boxing. And this is the thing. World Boxing does not want to fucking have a repeat of the Olympics and be responsible for some woman getting beat by a fucking dude who's claiming he's a woman with his fucking Adam's apple sticking out like there's, no fucking tomorrow. I mean, Jesus Christ, they're not that stupid. Because if someone dies in a fight they sanction by this fucking troon, they are going to be held legally fucking liable. Oh my God, these fucking people. Khelif won a gold medal at the Paris Olympics last summer amid international scrutiny and Taiwan's Lin Yuting, another gold medal winner. The previous governing body for Olympic boxing, the Russian-dominated International Boxing Association, disqualified both fighters from its 2023 World Championships after claiming they had failed an unspecified eligibility test. No, they fucking clearly said what it was, you lying fucking cunts. They said it was because they failed genetic testing. You want to ignore that fact. They specifically stated with the fucking Taiwanese fucking troon and this fucking troon that they fucking failed the genetic testing and tested positive for being men. You dumb, sleazy, lying fucking cunts. Holy shit. And I want to make something clear here where I'm doing the troon thing and all that. I just don't want to see men beating on women. And there's one thing you need to know about me.
I'm not a racist, Dick. I hate everyone, all right? Old people, gay people, fat people, virgins, it doesn't matter. Think I care that Joshua's a Jew? No. I mean, I'm not going to borrow money from him or anything.
I fucking hate everyone. Okay, this is not about being a racist or anything like that. This is about the fact of not wanting to see troons beating the shit out of women. Because my mother and my father both raised me better than that to watch, some fucking dude beat the shit out of a woman. And they try to play this unspecified. No, they specifically came out and said it was because they fucking tested positive for being men. I'm oversimplifying it, but that was the gist of what they said. They went, yeah, they kind of tested like they showed that they were men. The test showed they were men. Anyway, the IOC ran the past two Olympic boxing tournaments after the banishment of the IBA for decades of misdeeds and controversy, and it applied the sex eligibility rules in previous Olympics. Khelif and Lin were eligible to compete under those standards. Yes, because the Olympics basically was like, oh yeah, we're just going to believe this bullshit. We're going to let men compete in women's sports. Oh, give me a fucking break. Khelif intends to return to international competition next month in Eindhoven as part of her plan to defend her gold medal at the Los Angeles Olympics, but some boxers and the federations have already spoken out protests to her inclusion. Yes, because even they can see they're close enough that they're up close and personal and can see that fucking Adam's apple. I mean, shit, you can see in a grainy fucking picture. I mean, fuck me. You could see from a satellite photo from fucking outer space the Adam's apple on this fucking troon. And you want to be like, it's a woman. No, this is a man who fucking beat the shit out of women at the Olympics and should have his fucking medal taken away from him. Oh, Jesus Christ. And we're going to find out. Watch. This fuck ain't going to fucking want to test. This fuck ain't going to want to test. And this is where they play their fucking little game. Anyway, chromosome testing was common in the Olympic sports during the 20th century, but was largely abandoned in the 1990s because of numerous ambiguities that couldn't easily be resolved with tests, collectively known as difference in sex development. No, that's fucking bullshit. That's your made-up leftist fucking thing. That was never a thing in the fucking 90s. No one fucking believed in that fucking shit back then. You fucking revisionist fucking cunts. The reason why, as I've already said, okay, in the 1990s, up until the 1990s, they were doing genetic testing because you had women coming from former, the Communist Bloc, former Soviet Union, and East Germany that looked and were built like fucking men who had mustaches thicker than a fucking gay porn stars, okay, that no matter how much fucking shaving they did, no matter how much waxing they did, they constantly had a 5 o'clock fucking shadow because of all the fucking juicing they did, okay, and because of it, and I'm sure it's nasty down between the legs, they probably have meat folds, okay, and a clit that's like a fucking 4-inch fucking dick. Because of it. And you wonder why they did genetic testing? Why they stopped in the 90s? Because that was no longer a fucking thing. Because there were countries trying to slip men in his fucking ringers too. Like with the Soviet Union. They got caught. Former communist countries got caught trying to slip men in his fucking ringers. That's another reason why they did it. When you're juicing your women to where they look like men, it's easier to slip a fucking dude in. All right, and the whole thing of testing fucking, testosterone and hormone levels was about the juicing, not because of differences in sex development. You lying fucking cunts. I hate people. I fucking hate people. Many sports switch to hormone testing to determine sex eligibility, but those tests require governing bodies to make difficult decisions on the eligibility of women with naturally high testosterone levels. Excuse me. This is about, they've taken the whole thing of testing for juicing And they're like, well, naturally high testosterone levels, naturally high. No, these women are, if they're not men and they've got high testosterone, odds are they're fucking juicing. Because this has never really been a fucking thing of high testosterone levels. I mean, this is retarded fucking shit. They're fucking juicing. Oh my God. 3 months ago, World Athletics, the governing body for track and field, became the first Olympic sport to reintroduce chromosome testing, requiring athletes who compete in women's events to submit to the test once in their careers. They should probably submit more than once, because you never know, they might slip someone else in to fucking take the test. You know, do like a full-on Gattaca type fucking situation, but let's just ignore that fact. World Boxing is provisionally approved to replace the World Boxing has been provisionally approved to replace the IBA as the governing body at the Los Angeles Games, but it has faced significant pressure from boxers and their federations to create sex eligibility standards. Oh, you mean after the fact of watching a fucking troon, the one you're trying to defend here, beat the shit out of women? Oh no. Ooh, excuse me. Oh no, heaven fucking forbid. Heaven fucking forbid. You don't want it to come out. You know this is a fucking tranny. You fucking know this. And you're trying to fucking cover up for your cover up now. Oh, give me a fucking break. World Boxing announced that all athletes over 18 years old in its competitions must undergo a polymerase chain reaction PCR genetic test to determine their sex at birth. The PCR test detects chromosomal material through a mouth swab, saliva, or blood. If an athlete intending to compete in women's categories is determined to have male chromosomal material, initial screenings will be referred to independent clinical specialists for genetic screening, hormonal profiles, anatomical examination, or other evaluation of endocrine profiles by medical specialists, World Boxing wrote. The policy also includes an appeals process. An appeals process? There should be no appeals process. If they test positive for being a fucking dude, they're a fucking dude. We're talking DNA. DNA does not lie. They literally use these fucking DNA sites because people are stupid enough to submit their DNA to find people that are like 3 or 4 times removed from via a familial match. But yet, it isn't accurate enough in this instance. We need an appeals process. No, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You are a dude in a dress who's beating on women. You should be fucking shunned for the rest of your life and called a piece of shit for it. What the fuck? The boxing body decision is the latest development in a tumultuous period in Olympic sex eligibility policy. There was no issue over this. You fuckers on the left made an issue of this, saying that men who think there are women who are fucking mentally ill should be able to compete with women and beat the shit out of them. You fuckers created this situation. Anyway, the issue of transgender participation in sports has become an international flashpoint where President Donald Trump and other conservative world leaders repeatedly weighing in. Excuse me, women, you fucking dumb cunts, are the ones overwhelmingly leading the way in this shit. It isn't conservative world leaders. It's the fucking women who are getting the shit kicked out of them by the men who are fucking coming out against this, who are getting beat out of fucking scholarships and shit by men who are fucking spearheading this. You sleazy, dishonest, lying fucking cunts over at the Associated Propaganda. You fucking cunts deserve, like the Pinochet Airlines, fucking like frequent flyer mile fucking treatment. Obviously in Minecraft, when you will push this type of fucking shit, you are fucking propagandists who do not deserve the respect of the American people. All right. We should be able to all tell you to go fuck yourselves. You think because you're the fourth estate, you demand respect? Go fuck yourselves. Oh my God. Earlier this year, World Athletics also proposed recommendations that would apply strict transgender rules to athletes who were born female, but had what the organization describes as naturally occurring testosterone levels in the typical male range. That's fucking pretty much, statistically impossible that you're going to have a woman because they don't have fucking nuts, but whatever. They're juicing, but let's just ignore that fact. In 2023, World Athletics banned transgender athletes who had transitioned male to female and gone through male puberty. Well, yeah, because you fucks ignore the fact that puberty, you try to act like both sexes are the same. Even before puberty, they're not, okay? Men, there's this whole thing about, The differences between boys and girls. I'm trying to remember how the old fucking nursery rhyme goes. Boys are made with, what was it? Puppy dog tail, snails and puppy dog tails, while girls are made. That was like, the oversimplification that, hey, boys and girls are different. Get a fucking clue. You fucks have ignored that simple life lesson we used to teach to kids. This is ridiculous. World Athletic President Sebastian Coe said he felt confident that the body's new rules would withstand legal challenges. Yes, because it's pretty fucking reasonable to want men to not beat the shit out of women. The 26-year-old Khelif had competed in women's boxing events under the IBA's auspices without controversy until the 2023 World Championship. She had never won a major international competition before her dominant performance in women's welterweight division in Paris. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, no, she never did well. You mean he? Yeah, when he started beating the shit. Well, maybe because he competed as a man. I don't know, because clearly that's a he. Okay? The picture I chose for the thumbnail. You can see his fucking Adam's apple clear as day. All right? They had to Photoshop the shit out of this troon to try to make this troon look female. After everyone went, yeah, this troon's beating the shit out of women at the Olympics. Okay, you fuckers sat there. What publication was it? They fucking took pictures of him and went, oh, God. They were like that fucking broad that is teaching manners and everything to the, in A League of Their Own, to the Peaches, and she sees the real fucking ugly one. She's like, well, I hope they play a lot of night games. They looked at this one and, oh, fuck me. And they went, yeah, we ain't doing this shit with makeup alone. And they went and paid some fucking Photoshop dude to fucking Photoshop the shit out of an image of this dude to try to make him look like a her. You people are fucking disgusting. I can't wait. Now that this fucking troon has to prove, that he is supposedly a she, watch, career's going to end because he ain't going to do it. And watch, he'll be like, well, I shouldn't have to prove that sorry, let me do it right. He'll be like, I shouldn't have to prove that I'm a woman. I am 100% woman. How dare you think I'm a man? Ignore the fact of the size of my arms and the fact that I got an Adam's apple the size of, like a fucking vulture's. Let's just ignore that fact. I mean, fucking sounds like Froggy from our gang. Okay, we're going, I'm a woman. And you're like, yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, I've covered this well enough. I'm leaving things here.
If you've made it this far and haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also feel free to subscribe over on the other platforms where this channel's content is uploaded to, as well as subscribe and follow over on sites like Minds, Gab, and Parler. Links to each are in the description.